Hello all you beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. Now, as you can see by the title of this video, this is going to be about this little stinker, all about his delivery. So when I was pregnant, I really wanted to do a labor delivery vlog. I know he's gonna help me tell it. That's why he's sitting here with me. As you all know, I work from home, so usually I do it like vlog style, but today I was like, I'm gonna do like a story time. And since he's gonna be here with me anyway, and the video is about him, why not let him just be in the video, you know? So if he have his comments and stuff like that, listen to what he's saying. He has a lot to say, and it's very important, so just listen to him. Or he might go to sleep. I don't know. If he leaves during the middle of the video, it's because he went to sleep. Anyway, like I was saying, I really wanted to do a labor and delivery vlog when I was pregnant, but I just couldn't. I don't know. Like, I didn't start it off because I was induced, so that's why I thought it would be like perfect to do the vlog, because I was induced. Yeah, stinker. But I didn't start it off, and then when the process started, it was no way I was gonna be picking up the camera and I was gonna be recording. So now I'm gonna do a story time, because I think that if you guys hear about my labor, it could be helpful to some moms out there, because it was a bit much. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Okay, so let's start this story time. So it was 11/19. Why did I just say 11/19 and not the day? I'm crazy. Your mama is crazy. Yeah, it was November 19th. I was scheduled to get induced. I think I came in around 8 a.m. I believe so. So I came in around 8 a.m. and mind you, I'm one of those people who watch a lot of labor and delivery vlogs. So I kind of was already hip to like the different ways to be induced versus like the balloon, or like if you just go right in and get the, what is it called? That medicine, that drug that, I don't know if it's morphine or something that, like, you know, speeds it up. I don't remember what it's called, but I was very hip to it. And so yeah, I was really hoping that I would be dilated far enough. Or I didn't want to take the I think it's a pill, I forget what it's called, but that's supposed to help you like start, I think, dilating. Or no, it's supposed to start your contractions and stuff like that. So I knew it was like, you could take the little pill, you can do the balloon, you could, you know, whatever. So I went in there, and at my appointment before, I was only like 1 centimeter dilated, not much. So, you know, leading up to that, I'm doing all my, you know, drinking aqua water, eating pineapples, eating dates, all of that, trying to help my cervix dilate more. But unfortunately, when I came to the hospital, I was still only about 1.5 centimeters dilated. But I was having crazy contractions, which is really weird, because when I say I felt nothing, but they were coming, yeah, stinker. When I first came in, they were like 2 minutes apart, like 1 to 2 minutes apart, but I wasn't feeling anything, so it was really weird. So because, you know, I was already contracting and stuff like that, we went and we did the balloon. So I had the balloon in me for a couple hours. I want to say like up to 4 hours I had the balloon in. Yeah. That's right, they put that thing inside your mama. And when they put that balloon in, I was in crazy pain. Like, that hurt so much. Like, oh, excuse you. Where's your, just in case you do a little spitting, let me make sure I got your little burp rag handy. His burps be wet for some reason, but probably his reflux. But anyway, so yeah, like when they put the balloon in me, I started feeling the contractions, and like I said, they were coming like 1 or 2 minutes apart, so that crap really was hurting. So I did get the medicine. I forget what medicine they gave me. I didn't get the epidural, of course. It was still early days. It was still early days. So I did get some medicine. I forget what medicine exactly that they gave me, but I did get some medicine, and I think it was like every 30 minutes. If you needed more, you could get it. Yeah, I believe it was 30 minutes to an hour. Like, if you needed more, you could get it. So like, even if, like, as soon as I started feeling a little bit of pain, I was pressing that button, like, come give me some more. Like, no, I didn't want to feel any pain. Like, I really wanted to be one of those people that be like, oh no, giving birth was easy. Like, I didn't even feel anything. So I was getting drugged up, okay? So I did that. Like I said, the balloon was in me for about 3-4 hours. So I I kept pumping the medicine probably till I'm mad that I did the vlog. Like, I'm doing the story time, so like, because he's 2 months now, he's 10 weeks, so I obviously don't remember all the names of the medications and stuff like that, unfortunately. So I wish I would have did it sooner so it would still be fresh in my mind. But yeah, I was doing that every 30 minutes. And like I said, the balloon was in me for about 4 hours before it dropped. But I want to say my third time pumping to get more medicine after that, like, because every time they gave me the medicine, I feel like it was codeine, but I don't know. I think it was oxycodone. I think it was, but I don't know. No, I thought it was morphine, I think it was morphine. It was one of those drugs. But every time they hit me, it felt like I was high. Like, I see why people be like, yeah, I know, it's crazy. I really felt like I was high. Like, I would be zoned out, like that's how I felt. Like, I was, but it would only last, I would say, for about 5 minutes, and then I would kind of be good, not feeling the contractions anymore, back in a good space. So after about the third time I got that drug re-administered, it was just not good for me anymore. I wound up like having to like basically run to the bathroom. I projectile. Yeah, it was really disgusting. I projectile vomited like all over the bathroom. I felt bad because like the cleaning people had to come and clean it up, of course. But yeah, I like projectile vomiting and stuff like that. So I was like, you know what? Maybe my body is like, you're doing too much drugs. It's not used to it, whatever. So I was like, I'm not gonna get any more. And that was probably like 3 hours in. So for the last hour, I just didn't do any medicine, but it was fine because at like that 4-hour mark when I went to the bathroom, that balloon came out, and boy was that thing nasty. Okay, it was nasty, but it did come out. And when I got checked, I was about, you know, that 4 centimeters dilated. So yeah. Do you want to tell the story? Because I'll let you talk if you want to. But yeah, after that, we started another medicine, which is supposed to, I guess, like, my contractions was already good, so they were like administering it like really slowly, but this was like help with the dilating or whatever. So we moved on to that, and the process, it was just going really, 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 really slow, honestly. Like, she would come in and she checked me. You know, they're not checking you every, you know, so often. But as soon as I got that, maybe like within an hour, I was like, okay, I want to do the epidural, because like I said, I wasn't trying to feel any pain. So even though like I said, mind you, the whole time I'm contracting, and at this point the contractions are coming like every 30 seconds. But like I said, I couldn't feel anything. I felt it when the balloon was in me, so I knew once they started administering the other medicine that I would, Pitocin, that's what it was, the other medicine. I knew once they started giving me the Pitocin, I probably would start feeling it, because I started feeling it with the balloon. So I was like, yeah, if I can get the epidural, I'll just get it, you know, right now. So I did went through that process. And let me tell you, that crap hurt, okay? Like, I don't know how women who wait until they're further along dilated and have really bad contractions do it, because I felt like if I was in severe pain, I would have moved on that whole little procedure, because boy, did that thing hurt, okay? You gotta stay all still. The nurse was really nice though. She like held my hand. She told me I could squeeze as hard as I need to. So, you know, I was squeezing the mess out of that. But I will say, once I got the epidural, it was smooth sailing. I really couldn't feel anything down. Like, I couldn't feel anything. So I was just really chilling. Like I said though, and they checked me again, I still was only about 4.5 centimeters dilated. So, you know, whatever. So yeah, so she left, and like they were, for the Pitocin, similar to the other medicine I was having, they crank it up. So they started low, because like I said, I was already contracting like every 30 seconds. And then they would come in and they would move it up. But I think they didn't want it to get to like a level 10, because they were like, you're contracting so heavy, like I don't, like they didn't want it to get so far up. So like they moved it up to about 7. And like still nothing was happening. Like, they checked me, I don't know if they checked me again or she just told me like she's not gonna check me, but like she gave me like the medicine ball, told me I can do some exercises and stuff like that. So I did, you know, I started bouncing. I was bouncing on that ball for a legit an hour. Like, I was getting it in, like, come on, we need to do something. I was pulling up YouTube videos of like how to speed up your contractions with the medicine ball, exercises to do. I started walking, because at first I wasn't walking at all. But I was like, okay, if that's gonna help with my dilation, then let me, you know, do whatever I need to do. So like I said, I'm doing that for like an hour, hour and a half, whatever. So at this point, I feel like it's been like 8 hours, right? So she comes in and checks me again, and she's like, you know, it's still not really, you know, still hasn't really gone anywhere. Like, it's still like 4.5 hours. So at this point, I'm annoyed because I'm like, dang, I'm contracting so much and nothing's happening. Like, the only reason why I even made it to that 4.5 was because of the balloon. So I'm feeling a bit discouraged and annoyed, but I'm like, there's nothing for me to do. Like, it's literally nothing else I can do. And they don't want to move up the Pitocin levels too much because I'm already contracting like crazy. And they said like, it could somehow start affecting the baby. I don't remember exactly what they said, but that's why they weren't trying to keep continuing it up, because they didn't want it to start affecting this little beautiful band right here. So yeah, so she left. I guess she went to, you know, talk to the doctor or whatever. So the doctor came in probably like an hour later. So like I said, well, no, I think around that time it was about 6 or 7 hours. Yeah, it's been about 6 or 7 hours. So when the doctor came in, I think it was like 7. And he checked me. He told me I felt more like a 5 than like a 4. So he was like, you're contracting well, everything's going good. Like, you know, basically like, I'm gonna help you out. And so he burst my, he popped my water. Is that what he thought? My water broke. But he broke my water from me. That's what it called. And like I imagine, I already had the epidural, so you know me, I'm feeling not a ting. You know what I mean? I didn't even feel when he put the catheter in. I'm not feeling nothing at this point. But like, yeah, so he broke my water, and he told me like this should really speed up the process. Like, you know, he was like, everything's looking good. Like, you shouldn't need a C-section. Like, you should be probably delivering. Like, I think he said like 4 o'clock in the morning, like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning type time. So I'm like, that, like, okay, cool. So yeah, we had that good conversation, whatever. He leaves. I'm still in the Pitocin. They're not moving it up. They're just gonna keep it at that same level. And yeah, it's like, you know, now it's time to just let your body work. Like I said, I had the epidural and stuff, so at that point I couldn't get out of the bed or anything like that. So I'm really just chilling. I'm feeling sleepy. I goes to sleep because it's nighttime. At this time, it's probably like 8, 9 o'clock at night. Right? Or maybe later. It might be like 9, 10. It's late at night though. I can tell you that. So I don't really remember. I mean, I know like before I actually went to sleep, my mom was there. She was doing a lot of TikToks. I was watching her for a while. We had a movie on, you know, just passing by time. So fast forward, I'm asleep. All I remember is I'm waking up and like there's like 5 nurses rushing into me. Like, they're coming in, like they're getting me up, they're putting the oxygen mask on me, like they're telling me to turn around and all of that. And I'm just like I don't know if it's because the epidural, the drugs, or what, but I'm just like stuck. You know what I mean? Like, it's like I want to react and like, what's going on or whatever, but I'm not like saying anything. So the nurse is talking to me and she's telling me like, his blood pressure was actually dropping inside. Like, his heart rate. I said his blood pressure. His heart rate was dropping, or whatever the case may be. So they gave me, look, he looked really concerned. Like, what, mommy? It was dropping. His heart rate was dropping. So they're giving me the oxygen to try to get oxygen into him. And they're moving me because they're like, sometimes the position helps with heart rate. So, you know, they're moving me over, whatever the case may be, turning me sideways. And I will say that did help, but it was like, it just kept fluctuating. Like, it would go back to normal, then go back down, go back to normal, go back down. So they kept me on the oxygen mask for a while, and they kept me like on my side, but they would move me so often. So that happened. You know, the nurse at this point, she's staying in the room with me. She's not even leaving because she's just monitoring him. And she's telling me like, you know, he's doing good. She takes the oxygen mask off. I'm like, okay, cool. She's like, she don't know what happened, but they're going to keep a close eye on it. She's talking to the doctor. Like, she's leaving out, talking to the doctor, coming back in. Like, yeah, you know, it was weird. So this happens again. I doze off for like a second, and boom, a whole bunch of nurses are walking in again. They put me on the oxygen mask again. They turn me over again. They tell me like his heart rate is dropping again. You know, they don't know what's going on, whatever the case may be. Bada boom, bada bing, bada bing. So I don't know if they checked me again at this point or what, but I know I did wind up having a conversation with another nurse. She like tried like a bunch of different positions for me. She said this could help because they said what it was is that he was struggling to come, like he wasn't in the right position to come out. So I guess when the baby's head dropped, they have to be in a good position so that they can kind of go around and under, like to come out. I don't know if that comes, but it's like they don't go straight down when their head is. They kind of like go around it and down like that. You know what I mean? So I guess the position that he was in, his head, like he couldn't turn it, basically is what they were telling me. Like he's in a position where he's not getting past this because he needs to like, his body needs to turn for him to like be able to go around and under and come out like that. So, you know, yeah, so they said they're assuming every time his heart rate drops is because he's trying to like, you know, go down, trying to go under, but he's not fitting because he's just not at the right angle. So the nurse came in, a different nurse came in and she like helped me with different positions that's supposed to help the baby like turn around and like, you know, maneuver and stuff like that. So we went over a bunch of positions and stuff like that, and his heart rate was steady. You know what I mean? I don't have the oxygen mask on anymore. And yeah, we're just doing a whole bunch of like massages, positions, stuff like that. I guess like his heart rate was good, but it kept fluctuating. Like it never was returning back to like this normal range. Like it would go up, go back down, go up, go back down. But it wasn't dropping so low that they were like worried and actively put me on the oxygen mask again. But it still was like fluctuating. So my nurse, she talked to the doctor, and the doctor, he wound up coming in and let me know like he don't know what happened. Like it seemed like all things were good and I should have been able to have a natural birth, but like it's been like over 10 hours. It's been over like 5 hours since he broke my water. I'm still, because they did check me, I was still the same exact centimeters. I just was not dilating. His heart rate was steady dropping, so he's telling me like it seemed like the best plan will be a C-section. He said he was gonna wait it out like an hour, or I think he said he was gonna wait like another hour or so, but he wanted to give me a heads up that he was leaning towards, he thinks, you know, a C-section might be the best plan for me. Mind you, I really didn't want to do a C-section. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like society getting in my head telling me that I have to have a natural birth or what, but like it really got to me. Like I started crying. I'm like, you know, like I kind of felt like a failure, which is weird because how am I failing? You know what I mean? How would having a C-section be a failure when it's gonna give me him? You know what I mean? But in the moment, I'm just like, dang, like what's wrong? Like I'm feeling bad because he's hurting. I'm feeling bad because I'm not dilating. I'm feeling bad because now it's probably gonna be a C-section. So, you know, the nurse told me like, you know, it's my call. Like, you know, I don't have to get a C-section if I don't want to. He's still gonna wait it out. Like it's possible things can change. Like, you know, it's fine, whatever. So, you know, after about 5 minutes, you know, I just called her back and I was just like, you know what, let's do the C-section. If the doctor thinks that's the best course of action, there's no point in waiting an hour. Like, you know, we can just, you know, do a C-section because, you know, I don't want to put, you know, Houston in more harm's way. But she's like, I'm gonna let the doctor know, but like we're still gonna wait the hour out, you know what I mean? Like we're still gonna give your body a chance, you know, like, you know, whatever the case may be. Let me tell y'all, after we had this conversation, I don't even think it was 5 minutes later, all these nurses are coming back in again. Like Houston's heart rate dropped again. They put me on an oxygen mask, and at this point the nurse is like, okay, yeah, no, we need to go into the C-section right now. So they're like, she's like, let me go get the doctor. Like I think she's telling the nurse like, can you go get a doctor, can you go get a room ready? Like I think they weren't even they didn't even have a room available, but she's like, no, like we need to get her in. Like no, we need to get her in right now. So they like get the room ready, make sure the doctor is aware. It was something that they had to do for me before my C-section. I'm trying to remember. I really don't remember. I know they got dad, they gave him his stuff so he can get dressed up. My mom was there, but for a C-section, only one person is allowed in, so she did leave. After that, I don't remember. They did something for me when I was in that room still, but I cannot remember for the love of me for some reason what it was. Did they give me prep? Oh, they shaved me. That's what they did. They shaved me. That's what a nurse came in and she shaved, like, I guess in the area where they were gonna, you know, do the incision and everything like that. So yeah, it happened really quickly, I guess, because his heart rate dropped again, and then I guess this one was really worrisome because they look at his face. He's like, "What, Mom?" So yeah, they moved me into the room. You know what I mean? They gave me the little I don't know what it's called when you get a C-section, so that you're numb and you don't feel anything from lying down. But yeah, long story short, I did wind up having an emergency C-section. That C-section was so quick. Oh my gosh, it was so freaking quick. Like, I feel like as soon as I went in there, boom, I was out. But the C-section was still really hard for me to process. I think it's because even more so, like, you're not able to bond with your baby, like, you know, like, because you have to stay there after the baby's born to, like, get stitched back up and remove the placenta and everything like that. They do give you, like, a little moment where they lay the baby's head next to, you know, the mom's head, so, you know, you bond like that for a little while. Not a little while, maybe like a minute, but then, like, you know, the baby has to get taken away, have to get, you know, measured, weighed, all of that, you know, stuff, and I have to stay on the table because I have to get sewn up and stuff like that. So that was really weird for me, and I felt, you know, like I wasn't able to bond with my son right away, and that kind of was affecting my mood for a little bit, because I probably was without him for like a good hour or up to an hour, and then when I finally came to the room, I don't know, I felt like for a moment I kind of hesitated with bonding with him because I felt like I missed that opportunity, and it really, like, you know, affected me. But I mean, we got over it, right? We got over it pretty quickly. Yeah, so yeah, we did the thing. Let me tell y'all something. I mean, that's pretty much it. The stay at the hospital was what it was. I know people usually end the video at the delivery, so I'll end it here. But I will say one thing, because I was a first-time mom. I didn't know this, and I feel like it wasn't explained to me at the hospital. Once your child is born, you can immediately feed them. You know what I mean? They're hungry. Like, you should feed them. I feel like nobody told me that. So even after I you know, they sewed me back up, they moved me to another room, and I was able to finally, you know, really, like, be with my son. I didn't feed him because I feel like nobody really told me, like, that I was supposed to, and I didn't know. I was a first-time mom. I mean, eventually I did try to, like when I was in that room, like, within the first 2 hours, I did try to see if I could get him to latch on, but I didn't really make it like a mission because I didn't know, like, he needed to eat, you feel me? So I felt like he went a few hours before I felt like they kind of, like, made it known to me that, like, oh, you're supposed to be feeding him. So he did go a few hours without eating, which, you know, that caused him to have a little jaundice. Not bad, though, because as soon as he was able to eat and stuff like that, you know, he started producing the peas, and, you know, he had his first poop and everything like that. But I just want to make sure I include that in my video because I feel like I didn't know that and nobody told me that. And yeah, don't make that same mistake as me. But oh my gosh, this video is so long. But this is my labor and delivery video. I mean, this is probably how long it would have been if I actually had actual footage. So I mean, it's not really bad. I wish I did have, you know, more footage and stuff like that. But like I said, I just was out of it once I got there, honestly, truly. But, you know, 10 weeks postpartum. Look at my little healthy, handsome buddy. Look at him. He's such a good baby. He let me record this whole delivery vlog. I just wanted to eat him up. You just look so edible. But yeah, thank you all for tuning into my video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share. Please comment down below videos that you guys would like to see. Like, because you know me, I got some ideas, but I'm always open to more. You know what I mean? Especially with Houston. I'm thinking about doing a baby try-on haul because he has some really cute outfits. So let me know if that's something you'd be interested in. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. This was my story. Comment your stories down below. Until next time, you gotta say bye, Stinker. Peace.